Welcome thespians, parents, and friends. In these uncertain times, it seems that some things need to be constant. We need to make them as consistent as we possibly can. So while we can't be physically together, we're still a family, united in our love of theater. It's with that in mind that we present these virtual Thespian induction and awards of 2020. I think it's important that we mention the plan for our spring production of The Lion King, which had to be postponed due to the coronavirus. We will make a final decision no later than June 30th as to whether we can feasibly still do a production. If we can, that would take place in July before our seniors begin getting ready to head off to college. The state superintendent has closed all school facilities through June 30th. But if we can possibly do some form of the production, we will. In the event we have to cancel, those who have purchased tickets can either request a refund or consider making a donation to our program, which will be tax deductible. We had obviously purchased fabric, lumber, supplies, with the thought we would have ticket sales for 4 performances. So the bottom line, our program runs on ticket revenue, and this will greatly impact our program. As always, we appreciate your support of the program, and particularly these kids. Now, on with the show. We always begin our annual Thespian Awards with the induction of new thespians to our Honor Society of Theater, the International Thespian Society, Troop 5835. To earn membership, a student must have accrued 10 points, and these points are earned by participating in theater activities. Whether on stage or behind the scenes, each point is the equivalent of 10 hours of participation. I am pleased to present these students for membership consideration. I am now pleased to present the president of our troop, Parker Smith, who will begin this brief initiation ceremony.
It is my pleasure to welcome you and to share in the initiation of 30 new members into the Pendleton Heights High School's Troop 5835 of the International Thespian Society. Through hard work, sacrifice, and dedication, the candidates have earned the right to be called thespians. It is a title of honor, signifying commitment to an art as old as humanity.
Commitment to theater is what the International Thespian Society is all about. The society was established in 1929 by a group of college and high school teachers in Fairmount, West Virginia. They named their organization for Thespis, the Greek who, according to legend, was the first actor. Their guiding principle was a dedication to excellence in theater arts in secondary schools.
In the 75 years since the society has grown into an international organization with more than 1 million members, its goals haven't changed. The Thespian Society still strives to make schools a place for good theater and to honor those students who do theater well. We are here to celebrate that excellence in theater.
What do we mean by this thing theater that we claim to love so, and why is it so important? The bare stage can, with a few words and a simple set, become Brigadoon, Oklahoma, Oz, or Africa. In the dark of the auditorium, we can return to Charles Dickens' England, the plains of Beaumont, and New York City. In any or all of these times or places, people live again. Mark Twain, King Arthur, Sister Maria, or Annie Oakley. Not only do we live again, but those special characters that we grew up with, like Tin Man and the Wicked Witch, Shrek and Donkey, Peter Pan and Captain Hook, Ariel and Sebastian, and Nala and Simba all live again.
The theater creates magic. The impossible becomes possible. We are allowed for the 2 hours of a play to be transformed to another time and place. We feel the happiness and the sadness the actors recreate. There in the dark, beside us, side by side, people who are not even willing to talk outside the theater laugh together and gasp together. They are not even afraid to cry because we can hear others in the dark crying.
Whether we act, make costumes, build sets, light the stage, run the sound, set the props, or call the show, everyone in the theater is important. To make the magic happen, all the parts of the whole must blend until no one thing stands out. The audience sits down, the lights go out, and the magic happens. They are transformed to another world. The theater is a world of make-believe where people may laugh or cry, as long as we touch them in some way. If we all do our jobs, the magic happens.
Our motto, act well your part, there all the honor lies, holds true if you are speaking lines, hanging microphone cables, or painting a wall. Whether you are building a set or hanging a light, you must do the best you possibly can with your part of the production, and in turn, the honor will be yours. It is that dedication to quality and commitment we honor tonight. In the musical Camelot, King Arthur puts it so well. Some of what we all are, less than a drop in the great blue motion of the sunlit sea. Yet, it seems that some of these drops sparkle. Some of them do sparkle.
Each of these initiates does sparkle. They have given that something extra that sets them apart. They have worked in various areas of theater to earn membership in the International Thespian Society. But it takes more than talent to be a thespian. It requires dedication to the goals of the society, and that means sharing their love of theater.
Theater is a combination of so many arts, and now we symbolically light a candle to represent each of the arts. Lighting the first candle symbolizes the art of music, which brings a written word to life with a song or atmosphere.
Lighting of the second candle symbolizes the art of speech, by which the actor uses his voice to share the emotions for what is written on the page.
Lighting of the third candle symbolizes the art of writing, for without words there would be no play, no story.
Lighting the fourth candle symbolizes the visual arts, the sets, the costumes, all those things which please the eye of the audience.
Lighting of the final candle symbolizes the art of dance, where the body moves to create a classical ballet or jitterbug.
All five of these arts, speech, music, visual art, and dance, make up the experience of theater that we celebrate tonight. At this time, I would like to introduce you to the new candidates for membership in our troupe. Bryce Axel Adams, Sylvia Bob, Jarrett Brooks, Emma Caldwell, Cade Campbell, Sydney Case, Paige Chesnick, Chloe Clark, Kylie Day, Taylor Eads, Bria Groby, Bailey Hilpish, Gabriel Holland, Tanner Huffman, Layla Jones, Zoe Corby, Joel Lyons, Jackson McKinney, Bailey Merritt, Ashton Richardson, Corridon Roots, Jillian Sabatnik, Zach Sanford, Lily Schaefer, Gavin Shug, Caden Sisson, Camille Spencer, Harrison Stahl, Diana Talbot, Lisbeth Vasquez. I now ask that current and new thespians say the pledge with me. I promise to uphold the aims and ideals of the International Thespian Society. I am a student of theater, and excellence is my ideal. I promise to perform my part as well as I can, to accept praise and criticism with grace, to cooperate with my fellow thespians and work for the good of the troupe, and to share my love of theater. Welcome to the Pendleton Heights High School chapter of the International Thespian Troupe 5835. And remember our motto, act well your part, there all the honor lies. The future of our organization depends on the dedication of all members and on the vision and ingenuity of the officers. Each year, our membership elects new officers for the coming year. The members of our troupe voted a few weeks ago and have selected the following officers to direct our activities for the coming year. It is my honor and privilege to introduce the new officers for the 2020-2021 school year. For our clerk, Vincent Spear. Treasurer, Katie Martin. Secretary, Jillian Sobotnik. Vice President, Harrison Stahl. And our President, Leah Mangus. Congratulations to all of you. It is my honor to confer upon you the charge of your office in the International Thespian Society. I extend to you the trust of our members and the society in striving to advance theater arts in the school and in our community. Congratulations. As I mentioned earlier, thespian membership is gained through participation. After the initial 10 points required for initiation, students continue to earn points. For every 10 points after induction, they are recognized with stars. I would like now to present the Star Awards for the 2019-2020 season. The awarding of this year's points was a little different due to the closing of schools, but points were awarded for those students who were actively rehearsing or preparing for the spring musical at the time of the closure. Some of these students not only gained membership, but also qualified for additional stars. These awards have been earned since the conclusion of last year's Thespian Awards. Our winners for 1 star are Bryce Axel Adams, Evan Bob, Gretchen Brumbaugh, Anna Defoe, Caitlin Verge, Sophie Fonisher, Dawson Garner, Delaney Gillespie, Layla Jones, Avery Landman, Cannon McLean, Jaden Precup, Isaac Reddington, Corridon Roots, Jillian Sobotnik, Kendall Segersey, Lily Schaefer, Gavin Shug, Elena Sisson, Nathan Spencer, Emma Weflin, Caitlin Wheatley. Our 2-star award winners are people who have earned 20 points since last year's Thespian Awards. The 2-star winners are Lily Burkhart, Joel Garr, Bryce Hatfield, Addison Majors, Katie Martin, Amelia Myers, Grace McInnes, Quinn Miles, Jared Mossany, Vincent Spears, and Harrison Stoll. Earning 30 points since last Thespian Awards, earning 3 stars this year are Evelyn Gerard, Alex Hardin, and Luke Robinson. Earning 4 stars or 40 points since last year's Thespian Awards, Leah Mangus and Mason Precup. And finally, earning an unprecedented 5 stars or 50 points since last year's Thespian Awards, I am pleased and honored to present the 5-star winners, Ashley Ritchie and Parker Smith. Congratulations to all our star winners. Honor Thespian status is awarded to those students who have, over the course of the 4 years in the program, earned 60 points. This year, we have several new Honor Thespians. Presenting those Honor Thespians to you, Evelyn Gerard, Alex Hardin, Leah Mangus, Amelia Myers, Mason Precup, Ashley Ritchie, and Luke Robinson. Congratulations on what a fine achievement. We also rarely but occasionally have the opportunity to present a National Honor Thespian Award. The National Honor Thespian is awarded to students who, over the course of their 4 years in high school, earn 100 points. This year, it is my honor and privilege to present the recipients of the National Honor Thespian: Alex Hardin, Leah Mangus, Ashley Ritchie, and Parker Smith. Congratulations, this fine achievement. We have only had a few National Honor Thespians in my 20-some years of doing this. This year, we have the privilege of having an unprecedented International Honor Thespian. This is for a student who has earned 120 points over the course of their 4 years. This is the first time in the history of our troupe that we will award an International Honor Thespian, and that award goes to Parker Smith. Congratulations, Parker. For students who will be graduating with the equivalent of a 3.0 or better, the Scholar Awards for this year: Gretchen Brumbaugh, Cade Campbell, Kate Furge, Bryce Hatfield, Addison Majors, Jaden Precup, and Zach Sanford. For those students who will be graduating with the equivalent of a 3.5 or better, I am pleased to present the following Vice Presidential Scholar Awards. Those go to Sophie Fonisher, Jared Mossany, Kendall Segersey, Parker Smith, and Nathan Spencer. For those students who will be graduating with the equivalent of a 4.0 or better, I am pleased to present the following. Presidential Scholar Awards go to Evan Bobb, Emma Caldwell, Anna Childers, Dawson Garner, Delaney Gillespie, Alex Hardin, Avery Landman, Jackson McKinney, Amelia Myers, Quinn Miles, Mason Precup, Elena Sisson, and Jillian Yahtzee. I believe this is one of the most unprecedented years for scholarship at such a high level for these theater students, and they are so to be commended for that. I would like now to thank the volunteers who have helped us make this program possible. Parents, you are the front line of support by making sure these kids get to rehearsals and help with needed support wherever we need help. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And most of all, thank you for coming and supporting these kids in productions. I would also like to thank our administration, who is always so supportive of the arts and helping us whenever we need it. They have been so supportive of the arts. Now I need to thank one of the most important people in our program. That is our musical director, Jim McGee. Without his musical expertise and guidance, we could not do the shows we do. Thank you so much for all you do, Jim McGee. You are a true gift to our students and our program. To Joni Cowan, she assists us with setting up sound and mentoring the students in our sound booth. What a gift she is to our department. Mrs. Gray for helping us in the box office for all of our productions. And Jody Brown for helping with staging, dancing, and so many behind the scenes things that we need. I would also like to thank Ron Morgan for his help with the choreography. As a choreographer and director at Beef and Boards, he has appeared on Broadway and brings such a professional air to our stage. It has been such a wonderful opportunity for our students to learn from someone with the professional credentials of Ron Morgan. I would also like to give a huge thank you to my SPOTS organization. SPOTS stands for Supportive People of Theater Students. It was organized by a group of parents several years ago who decided I needed some extra help. And that group has grown with lots of parent volunteers. But the original founding members of the SPOTS organization still continue to come and help me whenever we need it. And their kids have been out of school for years. So a very, very heartfelt thank you to those SPOTS. You will always hold a special, special place in my heart. Finally, a big thank you to the rest of my family for their continued support, and especially my husband Michael, who on the work days picks up pizza, goes to Menards to pick up that extra gallon of paint, and yes, he's been known to push the cart at Joann Fabrics. Thanks for supporting my program, my students, and me. On occasion, we honor people who have gone above and beyond in helping our program and our students. The only other stipulation is that they cannot have students in the program at the time. This year's recipient is a couple years in the making. He has helped us clean out the prop storage pit. He's made trips to pick up props and helped carry and load fabric and lumber as we've needed it. At the beginning of spring break, right before the closings occurred, he spent a very long day on the stage with former student and now lighting technician Derek Seal as we renovated the lighting system of the school by removing all of the old lights and installing new fixtures donated by Majestic Productions. Last year, he baked tons and tons of cookies for the Thespian Awards. And through the past summertime and into the fall, helped us set up the new projected scenery and effects that you saw in both Elf and the elementary production of Frozen. He continues to help wherever he is needed, and it is my pleasure and honor to present the 2020 Honorary Thespian Award to Nathaniel Brown. We honor all students who participate in our program, whether behind the scenes or on the stage, and recognize those achievements with our Pendleton Players Awards. I would like to recognize our freshman class and foreign exchange students, our sophomore class, our junior class, and now a tribute to our graduating seniors. for our 4-year participation seniors, we have a special award. This crystal block signifies the 4 years that they have participated in the theater program, and I am so pleased to present this to the following people. And now for our Tech Awards, for those people who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make the productions work. Who makes the show go? Tech crew, that's who. So now, for excellence in sound achievement, the award goes to Mia Myers. For costume assistance, Sophie Fonisher. For achievement in props, Anna Childers. Our Shooting Star Award is presented to someone who comes in usually as a junior and just kills it. They come in and overwhelmingly take charge, and we wish we'd have had them 4 years. And usually that award goes to someone in the on-stage area. But this year, the Shooting Star is going to go to a backstage person. And that person who came on that junior year and has been such a huge help, Jared Mossany. One of our most important awards that I give each year is the Director's Award. This is an award that I select for someone who has gone above and beyond and made a huge impact on our program. And this year, the Director's Award, I am so pleased to present to Ashley Ritchie. The final award in tech is not presented every year. It's only presented when we have someone who has made an outstanding achievement in the backstage, behind the scenes area. The STAR Award stands for Superior Technical Achievement Recognition. And I think you will see from this brief video why our recipient is so deserving of this honor. Performance Awards for those people who were on stage and deserve special recognition. This year we are doing a special award that I think very deserving. We are awarding this trophy to the top roller skater, Miss Quinn Miles. She has been there for any show we needed a roller skater. And thank you, Quinn, for all of your rolling through our productions. Another special award for the performance area is Spirit. We have one of the most spirited, root 'em on kids that you could ever ask for. And it is my privilege to present the Spirit Award this year to Bryce Hatfield. And now for the Performance Acting Awards. These are voted on by their peers, and only new or currently inducted thespians vote on this award. Obviously, we only had 2 shows this year to select from, but we had some absolutely wonderful acting talent. The Best Supporting Actress nominees are Gretchen Brumbaugh for Charlotte in Elf, Bria Groby for Deb in Elf, Mason Precup as Mrs. Claus in Elf, Jillian Subotnick as Tiara in Elf. And the winner is Bria Groby for Elf. Our nominees for Best Supporting Actor are Joel Garr as Officer Pudney in Rumors, Joel Garr as Charlie in Elf, Dawson Garner as Sam in Elf, Bryce Hatfield as Matthews in Elf, Isaac Reddington as Mr. Greenway in Elf, Nate Spencer as the Macy manager in Elf, Harrison Stoll as Officer Welch in Rumors, and Harrison Stoll as Michael in Elf. And the winner is Harrison Stoll for Elf. The Best Actress nominees are Lily Burkhart as Emily Hobbs in Elf, Katie Martin as Jovi in Elf, Quinn Miles as Cookie in Rumors, Mason Precup as Cassie in Rumors, and Jillian Subotnick as Claire in Rumors, Caitlin Wheatley as Chris in Rumors. And the winner is Katie Martin, Jovi in Elf. Our Best Actor nominees are Alex Hardin, Lenny in Rumors, Alex Hardin as Buddy the Elf in Elf, Luke Robinson as Ernie in Rumors, Luke Robinson as Santa in Elf, Parker Smith as Ken in Rumors, Parker Smith as Walter in Elf, and Vincent Spears as Glenn in Rumors. And the winner is Alex Hardin as Buddy the Elf. The Bravo Award is presented to actors who have compiled a consistently high standard of excellence in principal roles in numerous productions throughout their 4 years. For principal roles in Peter and the Starcatcher, How to Succeed, Grease, Games Afoot, Christmas Carol, Rumors, Elf, and cast as Scar in The Lion King that would have been presented in April, this Bravo goes to Alex Hardin. For principal roles in Annie Get Your Gun, Mary Poppins, Peter and the Starcatcher, How to Succeed, Grease, Games Afoot, The Christmas Carol, Footloose, Rumors, Elf, and cast as adult Simba in The Lion King to have been presented this spring, the Bravo goes to Parker Smith. Unfortunately, we have lost several members of our theater family. During these awards, we remember and honor those who made outstanding contributions in one way or another to making our program stronger, better, and more memorable. One of those special people was Brenda Kettering. She worked endless hours, helping in so many ways, particularly in the area of costuming and with our concession area. She also spent hours helping sew fabric on our Dragon Regina for Shrek. The Thespian Awards this year holds a special significance for me because these seniors were freshmen. The seniors were freshmen during Annie Get Your Gun. And following that show, Brenda was stricken with cancer. She died in February following that show. When she died, her family asked that in lieu of flowers, money be donated to our department. We decided at that time to create a scholarship in her memory. This scholarship is supplemented each year with donations and a portion of the concession stand that she really helped strengthen. Students can apply by sending an essay on what theater and the theater program has meant to them. These essays are sent without names to the family, and the Kettering family reads them and selects a winner from the entries, one girl and one boy. This year's girls winner wrote the following. To me, the theater program is nothing like I have ever been a part of. All throughout my life, I have always been that athletic kid. There's nothing wrong with that, of course, but all those practices eventually catch up to you and you get burned out. I have done drama club in elementary and I had always loved it, but I didn't do it in middle school due to athletic priorities that took up way too much of my time. In high school, I was really starting to become burned out on travel volleyball. I hated going to practice and I didn't even want to come home from school because I knew I would have to attend practice later that night. Theater has never made me feel that way. My happy place is when I'm singing and dancing. Even though I may not be spectacular at either of these tasks, it brings me joy and makes me feel good. Theater is like an escape to me. At volleyball practices, I often felt like I couldn't be myself. But at theater rehearsals, everyone is exactly like me. No one judges you, and no one makes you feel ashamed of who you are. Theater is the family I never knew I needed. I became friends with as many wonderful people that I might never have gotten close to if it weren't for the theater program. Theater showed me that you always have a voice, no matter how loud or soft, and that people will always listen when you have something to say. Theater gives me the confidence in myself and also showed me that it's okay to mess up. Theater showed me that I must always stand tall and never hide my true self. Theater taught me to embrace my flaws and to find beauty in all things. Theater showed me that I am who I am because that is who I'm meant to be. Even though my time as a part of the theater program wasn't as long as I wished it would have been, I will be forever thankful for the experience, friends, and family that I gained from it. This year's girl winner is Avery Landman. This year's boy winner wrote, Pendulum Players has impacted my life since the first grade. Back when I was a wacky 6-year-old running through my house, singing opera and putting on outrageous costumes made of anything I could find, my parents saw the natural gift I had for performing and entertaining people. So they signed me up to try out for Peter Pan, and that's where it all began. Luckily, Mrs. Brown saw my potential too and cast me as Nibs, a lost boy from Neverland. That's when I was bit by the bug and fell in love with theater. Now that I look back at the many years I have spent with the Pendulum Players, I realize that it was a place that I deviated from the crowd and could just be myself. It built up my self-confidence and pushed me to step out of my comfort zone. Junior year, when I tried out to be in the fall play, to my surprise, I was cast as a pretty major role. Knowing that Jim and Mrs. Brown believed in me enough to play a role like that encouraged me to believe in myself. It helped me take a risk by putting myself out there and embracing who I am and my unique gifts. I had to dig deep, and I surprised myself when I actually pulled it off. I have faced a lot of teasing about my creativity and uniqueness over the years. Theater is the one place that I have discovered I can express that and be uniquely me, without judgment, and actually excel. In fact, people cheer me on. This year's winner for the boys is Nathan Spencer. We also have lost 3 former students who we remember and honor their memory with the following special awards. In memory of a wonderful character actor who brought smiles and levity as well as huge talent to our stage, Corey Wise. It is my honor to present the 2020 recipient of the Corey Wise Memorial Award to Luke Robinson. The next award is presented in honor of a student who brought smiles both on stage and behind the scenes. Scott Studebaker. I will never forget his request to be an alligator in Peter Pan, and he told me he would do whatever it took to get that part. So it gives me great pleasure to award this year's recipient of the Scott Studebaker Memorial Award to, ironically enough, one of the lost boys from that production of Peter Pan that Scott played that alligator, Nathan Spencer. The next award is in honor of Rachel Lakes, a beautiful petite young lady with a voice that could fill the auditorium. She was a special young woman filled with faith who we lost much too soon. This year's recipient of the Rachel Lakes Memorial Award goes to Mason Precup. The next award is in honor of Keelia Main. She was the first student who I lost during her junior year here. She was not only a performer on stage in You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, but was one of the best backstage helpers you could ever ask for, serving as a stage manager as well. She had a strong faith and lived by her motto, Frog, fully relying on God. It is my pleasure to present this year's Keelia Main Award to someone who has excelled both on stage and behind the scenes. This year's recipient is Alex Hardin. Finally, the Thespian of the Year. This really is a bit of a misnomer because it acknowledges not just this year's accomplishments, but the accomplishments or body of work that student has accomplished over the past 4 years. It's to be a combination of not only their work in the productions, both on stage and off, but also their participation in other thespian-related activities, being a leader in our thespian troupe. This year's recipient combines both of those. From the time he was a freshman and showed excellence in performance on stage, as well as what he brought artistically to behind-the-scenes areas. That has continued each year with memorable performances and beautiful set pieces and costumes that he designed and created. He has also served as the president of the Thespian Society this year, and the 2020 Thespian of the Year goes to Parker Smith. I'd like to thank you for a wonderful year. It's been a memorable one for sure. I hope that we look forward to the hope and challenges and promise that the next year brings. And we thank all of you that are graduating for the memories that you've given us this year and throughout your 4 years. Thanks to all of you for supporting our program and these kids, because that's what theater is all about. Thank you so much. I am now pleased to present the Star Award to Parker Smith.